What's good, my Meta Society? It is your host with the most, Shadowlow, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and are subscribed to the channel. It's absolutely free. That is how you help my channel get into the algorithm. Highly appreciate if you go ahead and do that. Now, what I've been getting asked was, what are my thoughts so far on Trump's grand return, I guess we could say, right? Now, for those who have been following my channel for a while, then you are aware that I'm not a fan of Trump, right? I'm not... Uh, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a liberal. I'm not a conservative. I don't believe in another politics. I don't, come on here cheerleading for the left nor the right. Call it for how it is. I was not a fan of Biden or none of them. I'm not a fan of none of the Republicans candidates either, right? But I am unbiased and I am fair here, right? So obviously, we got to give the individual a chance. I'm not one that just because I dislike him, I'm gonna, wish bad upon him or think that he's not going to be able to get it done or whatever, right? I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. And Trump hasn't disappointed on why. I'm not too much of a fan of him, right? So he's already wanting to change the Constitution, which it itself is mind-blowing. You know what I mean? Dancing even with the thought of somebody trying to change the Constitution is reckless, right? Because what is stopping now from the next president wanting to change another of the Constitution, and then another one wanting to change another one, and then another one, and then we start changing this and this, and then next you end up with no rights. It is very, very dangerous to fool around with the thought that a president would want to come and change our Constitution, right? Because the fact of changing the Constitution of anybody born here is an American citizen is baffling, right? Because if the whole point of tackling the immigration problem is because the immigrants are coming here committing crimes and they're they're looking to terrorize and everything like that, what does that have to do with a newborn or somebody being born here? Like, how can you, just because somebody's being born here who's from somewhere else, you're gonna automatically assume that he's gonna be a criminal or a murderer or something like that, right? That is just, for all he's gonna be a lawyer, an accountant, a doctor. You don't know, right? So that in itself is already a form of racism, right? Because you're judging without even knowing the circumstance behind everything like that, right? Because you have individuals who are American that commit crimes all the time, right? Nobody says nothing about it there, right? But then they're going to focus in on the few individuals that are right here who are committing crime, right? A lot of individuals are just looking to do their thing. Now, like I said, you cannot have open borders, right? And there is a process on how to become a citizen, and everybody has to go through that process, because then again, it's not fair if you just look to cut and cheat and weasel your way around it. I agree with that, right? Everybody has to follow the system that's set in place, and people could be punished if they don't follow that. So I get it from that perspective, right? But to target these individuals, right, just because they're from a different ethnicity is just ridiculous in itself. This racism at its finest, because people have lost sight of I guess what originally was the goal, right? Or originally why they didn't want these individuals, or the reason why or what they thought the problem was, right? Now it just became about keeping people who are not from this country away, right? What it's like, America was built off of different ethnicities, bro. It's the land of the free, is where people come for a better life. It's what makes America America, bro. And not because people are here to mooch off of it, because people are a part of it, right? They're giving back, right? With whatever success that they achieve. There's been doctors and lawyers and great people who have came from different parts of the world, right? Whose families are from different countries, and they're proud to be American. And have played their part in giving back to America, right, and making America the great country that everybody loves, right? So for people to automatically, want to trash these individuals or say that they didn't play a factor, or that they don't do their parts, right, because they're teachers, doctors, nurses, police officers, firefighters. Come on now, don't be ignorant, right? To automatically assume that they're all criminals and thieves and murderers and shit like that. When it's like, bro, you got serial killers and people out there that are Americans that are committing crimes as well, bro. So don't act like if Americans don't commit crimes. So, and I know Donald Trump, he doesn't really think all that much, so he's just trying to please the people, right? Whatever the people are saying. But he fails to realize that the people have lost sight of their goals, bro. Now it's just their full blown racism, front and center. You know what I'm saying? Because why else would they be, yelling out some, dumb shit like this? You know what I'm saying? It's because they want America to be white, bro. And only white. Tell me if I'm wrong. But overall, that's just my thoughts, my opinions. I feel like, we're not starting off all that well, right? Not to say that, so what, we should just let immigrants come in here? I'm just saying that, people have lost sight of their goal, of the actual goal. But that's just my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Leave it in the comments. Shadow, we out.